You took over the Daily Show. You kind of thought it was going to be interesting, and then you're in the middle of another poop storm. And what did you think when you saw this press conference yesterday? Were you?
You know what's strange is like this was Donald being Donald. You got to give him the credit for coming out and hosting a press conference. Part of me goes, this is. You know what's funny is in the beginning he's just reading. And he's doing well. He's just reading the words.
He's got people writing that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like he realizes this is boring. You can see the comedian in him kicking, and he's like, man, let's spice it up. Come on, throw the questions in. Let's do this. And that's when it blows up. And you can see he actually thrives on it. I feel like Donald Trump enjoys that feeling. That's why he said, tomorrow you're going to be saying, oh, Donald was ranting and raving. You're gonna, and he's like, yeah, I want you to say that. He was getting ready for his rally this weekend.
Right.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Now, he talks a lot about fake news, but you host a fake news show.
We do.
So...
We do. We're the real fake news. I'm so offended by that, because we're the real fake news, and now he's muscling in on our turf. That's not cool, man.
Is it... Because that's got to be hard to differentiate, like what is comedy and what's sad with him. Like you were talking, it's like... I don't know whether to cry or drink or do all of them, but you have to do it every night.
Well, you know what I always say to my friends is I go, at some point, it's like we're all watching an asteroid coming to the Earth. It's coming. It may miss the Earth, but it's coming. Right. So some days you're going to cry, but some days you have to laugh and go, that asteroid is in the shape of a... There's moments where you have to be like, we may die, but it's a little funny. You have to admit. You have to admit.
Being the operative word. Go ahead, Joy.
So, you know, he has said that his administration is clearly in turmoil. It is in turmoil. He hasn't said that. He says it's running like a finely tuned machine.
Yes.
Like a suicide machine.
Like a doomsday machine.
Yeah. And so just this week we've seen Flynn out, Pudzer. Who's next, do you think? Spicer, Melania? Who's next?
You don't, did you say Melania? Shame. Who's next? We don't know. I mean, the Trump administration seems to be working on different levels. So you've got Trump, and then you've got Bannon, and then you've got Bannon who's working with Miller, and then you've got Kushner who's doing his own thing, and then you've got. It's almost like you've got multiple administrations running separately from each other. So who's next? Nobody knows. I don't think Spicer's going to do well because you can see that Spicer knows what facts are.
Yes.
And he's struggling with what his mind has to do and what his mouth has to do.
Yeah.
So when they ask him a question, you can see it's like he's translating truth into what he has to say.
Yes.
So they go, what do you think? And he's like, well, the president believes that. The president believes that. He believes that.
But in a way, isn't Spicer the most guilty because he knows better?
Yes.
They're all guilty. They all know better. All those Republicans know. All the Democrats, they all know. But
it's their job, though. They gotta lie. Like he looks at them, and you get fired if you don't lie.
But
nobody's holding a gun to his head.
And the question, I guess, I want to ask you, because you grew up under apartheid.
Yes.
Okay? So you know what racism looks like. You've seen all the variations that it comes in.
Yes.
And so when you look at this, do you think people are not being clear about what they're seeing and hearing when he makes certain statements that he's made?
Well, here's the thing you have to acknowledge in America. In South Africa, we were lucky in that we were suffering through racism, but in the most blatant form. It was uncut, it was pure. Everyone said, I'm a racist, this is what I feel. America went through a change, you know, through the Nixon years where they said, guys, we can't say the N-word. Let's say low income. We can't say black people. Well, let's say, and that if you look at
welfare queens was one of those.
Yes. Welfare,
right.
And those are the key words. America has a branding problem. Let's be honest. That's the truth. America has a branding problem, and Republicans are really good at branding things a certain way. It's not the Affordable Care. It's Obamacare, which makes it sound like Obama's just going to come hug you when you hurt yourself or something. That doesn't sound professional. Obama, oh come on, bring it in, bring it in. I'll give you a hug. It's not. No, it's the Affordable Care Act. But if you call it Obamacare, then there are some people who go, I don't want that.
That's right.
I don't want that thing from the Obama.
I feel bad for this administration because, you know, the Bannon and Nelson are white supremacists, and it's Black History Month, and they got to find something nice to say about black people 28 times. That got to be... The best I can say, at least it ain't Cinco de Mayo. I really feel bad because like you did grow up in apartheid, but I think that there are elements like the reason I dig you so much is because you have a way of being very clear, and I think that America has a problem with clarity. and we all know what the words mean.
Yes.
Yes.
But I think that it's uncomfortable for people to admit that that man is a racist and surrounded by race. Like you have to know that you see similarity.
But you know what's tough is this. This is the question I ask myself all the time. I go, when are we going to start treating racism like a disease?
Yeah.
That's my problem. I go, when do we start treating racism like it's a disease? Because when you say, like right now, think about it. If you look at an alcoholic, we go, this person has a problem.
Let's
we
not
help
look at me
treat
right
you.
now.
They say it's a disease now.
No. I'm just saying. If you there was a time when you said, oh, you're just a drunk.
Right.
And now we say, no, you've got a problem.
Yeah.
We need to help you. And I think it's the same with racism. Racism is hereditary. It is passed down. You teach it to your children.
That's true.
It grows generation to generation. And you have to know that you can have it inside you. You're susceptible to it. But if we treated it like a disease, we wouldn't shun people. I don't understand how we think it's going to change when we go, you're a racist, get out of here. But then where do they go and why would they change? Right. So all you're doing is you're piling people into a group who then go, well, I guess we're all racist now. And then it stops having the effect that you want. Do you want them to change or do you want to maintain the higher ground? That's all I ask myself all the time.
I like for it to be open. Like I would like people, like when people say, I don't see color. Like I hear people say, I don't see color. If you don't see black people, how come you're so good at describing us to the police? I don't understand that. I never understood that.
Trevor, before you want to do the end? I was going to say the correspondence dinner is coming up, and a lot of celebrities are boicotting.
Yes.
A lot of news people say they won't show, but you want to host it. Why?
Oh, I would host it. I would gladly host it. Yeah, as long as
I think
Donald Trump
should.
shows up, I would host it. Why not? Isn't that what it's about? Isn't that? I feel like the White House Correspondents' Dinner is a press release valve. It's steam release. It's a celebration of free speech. The president's sitting there.
Would you be rough on him? Would you roast him? That's what
I
they
would
do.
just tell the truth.
Well, he doesn't like that.
Well, that's not.
He'll
No,
say
I
you're
mean
being
that's not my
hateful.
fault, though. I mean, come on.
Okay. All right. I hope you do it.
I hope you do it too. I hope you do it too.